Hey there, Ray from Bridge Marina. We're doing a review and test drive on this Four Winds H4. This is nominally a 24-foot bow rider from Four Winds, newer model for them. Really unique looking boat, and it's a great layout. This is a deep V, so for folks that are looking for a boat that's going to run better in rougher water, and it really is just a sharp looking, attractive boat. I'm up in the bow to start this review, and the bow area is really just rather comfortable. Again, this does have a larger aft cockpit than forward bow, but easy seating for two people up here and rather deep. I'm sitting with my back up towards the anchor locker, but just really high on the gunnels, firm padding all about. They've recessed the back in order to give you a lot of space in here. This feels like a big bowl in here that I'm sitting in, and rather comfortable, and on a chilly day like today, rather warm because, as you can see, this is hitting me on the shoulders and just makes it nice and comfy up here. Grab handles, speakers, really nice bow. I've had the opportunity to be out on this, out in the water and riding up here, and it really is a nice ride in the bow. There is storage under the port and starboard seats. It's a reasonable amount of storage, enough to get your life jackets in, but because of the deep V on this, there's not tons of storage up here, but just enough to have a forward locker here as well, and then an anchor locker all the way up here at the bow, which is nice, so that I keep my anchor as well as my line and tackle, everything up here at the bow. So when I'm using the anchor, I don't have to take it over my seats, which is great. They move astern on this, really wide windscreen, solid made. It's a great shape they made on this. I'll lock this down. It's a little chilly out here today, but really a nice large aft cockpit with circular seating in here. Sitting here in the aft cockpit and a lot of space back here, easy seating for 4, 5, 6 people. And you can kind of jump around your different spots. There is storage under all the seats. Tons of cup holders up here under my gunnels. Convenient little trash receptacle here that feeds to a little garbage pail that's underneath, hidden under my seat, which is just a great idea. Really thinking on this one. Do the same over here on the port side. Another one here as well. We do have storage under all our seats, which is nicely finished. And this one has the option, this H4, where these rear cushions remove on both the port and the starboard side, so you can have your choice and have a walk-through transom on either side. And where this becomes important is it kind of depends on where you're docking and what it's like or how you may get in and out of the boat, so they have access on either side, whichever one you choose. The nice thing as well is there is storage under here. This one has a dual battery system, which is located here, as well as our switch and DVSR. And then over here on the starboard side, it has line storage, so both useful spaces. And again, it gives you access to a nice large swim platform on this H4. This thing is powered by a 250 horsepower Mercury, we'll get to more later, but I've also got living space back here. A lot of folks like to have a full sun pad, really popular on a lot of IO or inboard-outboard models, and this one does that for you. Space for my phone, a couple cup holders, and these seats also pick up and create a little backrest should you want to lay out here on a sunny, warm day or a cold day like today. And of course, I'm almost 6 foot tall, and there's more than enough space out here for me. Probably one more on here as well. And of course, this does have the retractable deep reach swim ladder that is real popular on all the Four Winds. And I say it's deep reach because, again, this is how far it enters into the water, so it makes it easy to board the boat. And when it does lay in the water, it kind of lays on about a 70-degree angle to make it easier to enter the boat. But let's head back up to the helm and see what the helm looks like. So over here on the co-captain's chair, it's a great little helm area. I've got my own little grab handle, really deep glove box, which you can put just about anything in there, as well as a nice little lockable glove box here for phones, wallets, things of that nature. The thing about this seat is, I can spin it around and really have a conversation with everybody here or with the captain, and it's rather comfortable. Nice thing about these seats they've done is they've had a cutout right here so that when you're sitting here as a passenger, you really can sit any angle. If you notice, my leg slides right into that cutout. So I can have a conversation with you back here. I can be a spotter. It really makes for a versatile co-captain's chair that allows me to be part of the conversation, or maybe not. And one of the things this also has is its own chargers over here on the port side, its own cup holder. It's sort of your own little space as the co-captain. I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about the large storage this has in its ski locker, and it goes aft another foot or two, all drains to the hull. And let's check out the helm. The helm on this H4 is really rather sporty. You just get in here, you feel rather comfortable, have tilt steering, Have a nice armrest over here on the starboard side here. That makes it real easy to get to my shifter. We'll talk about that more in a second. But this particular one has two heads-up SIMRAD displays on it. I can run all my engine functions and my chart plotter, fish finder, depth finder, both at one time. So it's really like a big glass screen on here, which is great. All my accessories up here, easy to reach at, easy to see, which is great. Bluetooth stereo. And of course, as captain, I have my own cup holder as well as my own phone holder and charger built right in. Now, from an operation perspective, this is really, I really do like the H4 for docking and just running around, because they have put this control in a really good spot with an armrest. You can always just rest on right here. And it depends on how you like to hold your shifter. Really rather comfortable. This particular boat is powered by a 250 horsepower Mercury Verado. This does have active trim on it. This is a great running boat, especially with this 250. One of the neat sort of hidden features on this boat that it has, since this is an outboard, but these boats were also equipped with IOs, is they've used the entire engine compartment as storage. It's a hydraulic hatch that lifts up. So you have this entire storage area that's finished off rather well, and you could even go so far as to put a little convertible head in there if you wanted to. And it's great. You can throw a tube in there, wakeboard, whatever equipment you have, your cooler, and it all runs electronically from the helm. So now we're out in the water, so let's put this thing through its paces and have some fun with it. So again, this thing's powered by a 250. So as you imagine, wow, the thing jumps to plane very quickly, and we're holding plane right now about 15 miles an hour. And while I'm doing it, I have great field of vision over the bow. You can feel this thing really is jumping up on plane quick. And there's a lot of throttle left. I'm just going to kick it up a little bit further, and very easily jumps up in the low 20s. And again, this is with a 250 Mercury on it, so really feels like the right engine for this boat. I've been out in this boat a couple times with probably a crew of about 4 people, and really didn't notice the crew on it. I'm just carving up some waves here, seeing how it feels. Not skipping a beat. It's really holding the water well. I'm going to run through my own waves just to see how it feels. Yeah, rather solid. But I know what everybody wants to know is, what kind of power does it have? So I'm just going to straighten it out, start trimming this thing up, and see how it runs. And it jumps up really quickly into the 30s. High 30s right now, around 37, 38 miles an hour. And it feels like we're going to top out just around 42, 43. Give me a second here, get it all the way trimmed out. Yeah, it keeps climbing. Yeah, we're up to almost 44 miles an hour. And as I do this, it feels really solid, almost like sticks to the water. Really lots of power with this 250. And boy, it is immediate when you hit that throttle. And the great thing about it is it's super quiet. Got to give Mercury a lot of credit on these Verados. This really is a silent engine. Wow, you can feel that thing just catch the water. If you are looking for, I want to say, a pretty well-rounded, good-looking, quality-made sport boat, this H4 would definitely fit the bill. Certainly think you got to go with a 250 on it. I would definitely do a Merc if it were me. But a lot of fun, great boat. Now, if owning a boat like this isn't for you, and maybe you're just looking to get into boating, you need some education or hands-on training, reach out to us. Or perhaps you don't want to own and you just want to be, let somebody do all the work, consider our boating club. This is actually a boat we'll use in our boating club. Or if you would like to own something, reach out to us as well. We're here to help you, whatever suits you. And I hope to see you on the water in warmer weather.